Welcome back once again, adventurers, to Let's Play Steins. In the last episode, Rintaro and Daru had once again returned to the Future Gadget Laboratory to do some more experiments with the Phonewave TVA, and to try and find out the cause of the phenomenon of the gellifying of bananas. This time they decided to use a single lone banana instead of an entire bunch, much to Rintaro's disappointment, to try and avoid a repeat of the past experiments. While the process of jellification did occur, as was expected, something else also happened. Needless to say, the jellified banana mysteriously vanished from the Phonewave TBA and miraculously reappeared on the bunch of bananas that it was taken from. Needless to say, this was caused a no end of panic for both Rintaro and Daru, who are both unable to explain the phenomenon of what just happened, other than Rintaro's somewhat careless assumption that they have just inadvertently created a teleporter, which there is nothing to corroborate, but nothing to refute that assessment either. And if that weren't enough, we suddenly have the sudden arrival of none other than Makise Kurisu here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, and Rintaro is obviously upset about this.
若干18歳にしてサイエンスに論文が掲載された天才。囚人監視の中で男をいじめるド S 女。そしてまたの名をザ・ゾンビ。
And Rintaro refers to Kurisu by the rather unfortunate nickname of the Zombie, given that his experience of her untimely demise in the radio building in the after the press conference that was somehow mysteriously cancelled. We'll have to look into that later. Should also note this is one of the few times in which Rintaro Okabe ever refers to Kurisu Makise by her actual name. And Daru is looking a little bored there from Rintaro's rather strange exposition.
誰がゾンビだ、誰が?
Kurisu is naturally upset about Rintaro's unfortunate moniker for her.
一体どういうことだ? 何が目的でここへ?
That probably should have been your very first question you could have asked Kurisu there. I'm just pointing that out.
あなたに会いに来たの。岡部倫太郎さん。じゃなくて、Hououin Kyoumaさんだった。
Somehow she actually knows Rintaro's actual name. Surprisingly. Never mentioned it in the ATF seminar. He only rather stupidly introduced himself as Hououin Kyouma.
そうか。やはり貴様。機関に所属するエージェント。しかも特殊能力者だな。
I seriously doubt that Kurisu Makise has ESP, let alone superhuman powers.
不死であることも頷ける。
Well, to be fair, her so-called resurrection is highly questionable, seeing as how she was murdered after a press conference that has somehow been mysteriously cancelled. So whether or not she was actually murdered is now a matter of debate.
だから死んでないって勝手に殺さないでくださいよ。
And Kurisu was irritated that Rintaro would keep killing her off in his imagination.
橋田さん、この人何とかしてもらえませんか?
And for some reason she knows Itaru as well. Starting to put two and two together here.
この状況でマキセ氏が現れたからオカリンは混乱してると思われ。
Well, again, to be honest, that is a rather bold statement to make, seeing as how you were freaking out as much as he was there, Daru. He doesn't seem fazed at all by this girl's entrance. Why? Maybe it has to do with the fact that he was the one who invited her here in the first place and mentioned Rintaro by name.
誰裏切ったのか
It you, Brutus?
オカリ
Perhaps
ン
not.
暴走しすぎ。
And Daru's telling Rintaro to calm down.
マキセクリスに弱みを握られたかそれとも色化に惑わされたか
Or maybe she is here on his behalf to try and understand the fundamentals of the Phonewave TBA. That's also a valid possibility. I glare at Kurisu. He's my right-hand man. How dare you?
許さんぞこのビーチが
I believe this line is somewhat more hilariously delivered in the Japanese sub of the Steins anime. For some reason, Funimation decided to do a clever bit of censorship by instead having Rintaro refer to Kurisu as Madahari.
落ち着け
And of course, it goes without saying that Kurisu is no spy. She's a scientist, after all. Kurisu's eyes flash dangerously, I think. Such intensity from an 18-year-old. Maybe she didn't resurrect after her first death. Maybe she's a robotic killing machine constructed to replace the dead Kurisu. Is that it? I also seriously doubt that she is in fact a Terminator, for those of you who are unfamiliar with James Cameron's film franchise works. For now, I'll do as I'm told.
この場所のことは昨日講義が終わった後で橋田さんから聞いたのあなたの名前もね
Just as I had surmised, Itaru was the one who invited Kurisu here. To begin with, the truth is kind of a letdown.
俺と話をしに来たと言ったな
I believe she just mentioned that a moment ago. There, Rintaro.
私が死んだのを見たっていうのが事実なのか単なるセクハラの言い訳なのかそれについての回答が欲しくて
Well, to be fair, she was intrigued by the fact that you mentioned the fact that she was murdered in the radio building. And indeed we did see that with our very own eyes. But again, that particular truth seems to be at odds with the current extent of reality. Can't imagine why, Rintaro. I should be grateful. I suppose I should be grateful that she didn't call the cops on me after what I did, or the fact that she stopped the ATF staff from kicking you out of the building, let alone the seminar. But what choice did I have? Anybody would react the same way if a dead person reappeared before them, right? I believe you were the only one who reacted the way you did, Rintaro.
でも今のあなたの振る舞いで理解したどうやら単なるセクハラだったみたいつまり私の予測が証明されたということ
And unfortunately, Kurisu now believes that Rintaro's initial claim of her demise is nothing more than a hoax.
勝手に結論を出さないでもらおうかお前は俺を誤解している
As vague and as cliche as this phrase is, he's not wrong. And I'm afraid, Rintaro, that you cannot escape this fact, especially from this fate, especially
そ
from
のことは今
Kurisu.
はいいんです
Kurisu, however, is willing to let bygones be bygones, for the moment, I might add. Was sure she was going to call the police. That would have been bad for both of you. Now Kurisu enters the development room with a quick confidence ride, ready to see the Phonewave TBA. Even though she's only 18, she's got a decent figure and good posture. And Rintaro's juvenile self takes a hold of his sanity there. Her presence seems to fill the cramped room, driving me and Daru to the corners. The The room is rather cramped, full of various gadgets and junk. Also, that previous comment that you made, if you actually said that out loud, would probably warrant a broken nose from courtesy of Kurisu. Can't you tell this area is off limits? To be fair, a shower curtain is not the best in terms of telling people don't enter here.
そういえばまともに自己紹介してませんでしたね。マキセ・クリスです。改めましてよろしく。
And with a style of courtesy, Kurisu is apparently giving a formal introduction. Should probably take it, Rintaro. She holds out her hand. What is she trying to do? Shoot lightning from her fingertips? I also sincerely doubt that she is a Sith versed in the arts of the dark side.
握手もできないの？日本の男の人って常識が足りないんじゃない？
I believe Rintaro is the only one being difficult in this situation, Kurisu. Shake hands. This girl genius is asking for a handshake? We only met yesterday, and just moments ago she was on the verge of calling the cops. You brought that upon yourself. You only have yourself to blame. And, despite Rintaro's outburst, Kurisu Makise is Japanese on account of her actual birth name.
アメリカで7年暮らしてますが何か？
She's spent several years in the United States. I look down at her slender fingers. Glossy, healthy fingernails, no unnecessary nail polish. I stare fixated. Slowly, I extend my hand, making sure to keep enough weight on my heels so I can flee at a moment's notice. You're being a tad too twitchy here, Rintaro. I lightly grab the tip of Kurisu's index finger between my thumb and index finger, then instantly let go.
ビビりすぎ。
And Kurisu was less than impressed by this.
身にまとう先が半端ないからな。これが俗に言うマーシャルアーツか。
While I do concede the possibility that she is trained in the art of self-defense, I also doubt that she is a kung fu master.
俗に言わないわよ。
I believe Rintaro's Chinibiu imagination is running rampant here.
では忍者。
Yeah. Yeah. I also doubt that she's actually a ninja,
言わないっつってんだろ。
given the fact that she came here completely of her own accord. She's completely cold. Her tone gets scary sometimes too.
アメリカ育ちならばNice to meet you と満面の笑みを浮かべながら握手を求めるのが普通だろう。
Your English was impressively atrocious there, Rintaro.
いや、むしろハグを求めるぐらいするべきだ。
Perhaps that's too much to expect from a killing machine.
どんな偏見よそれ。
A pretty paltry one, if I do say so myself, Kurisu. And she sighs in frustration. She's not even looking at me. Instead, she's staring at the bananas next to the Phonewave TBA. The bananas which have just exhibited a most unusual phenomenon. Of the bunch, one has been completely jellified.
これ本当に興味深いですね。
And it appears that Kurisu's intellectual curiosity has taken a hold. Kurisu brings her face closer to get a good look.
ピンセットあります？
Well, we have a number of various gadgets around, but I doubt we have any tweezers or forceps.
ない。
Apparently not. Kurisu is unperturbed and proceeds to stab the gelatinous banana with her index finger. She buries her beautiful fingertip knuckle deep into slimy banana. I believe that should say into the slimy banana. Hooray for localization.
何をする？希少な実験データを。
グズグズね。
What a very astute observation there, Kurisu. Worthy of a scientist. Kurisu extracts her finger. Pieces of gel cling to her fingertip. That's rather sanitary, not. She puts that fingertip into her mouth without any hesitation. I believe that is also rather sanitary, not.
味はなしか。
I believe that is the understatement of the 21st century. She says it with a straight face.
食い意地が張っているとはまだまだお子様だな。よみがえりし者よ。そんなに腹が減っているならば、バナナ一本ぐらい恵んでやろう。
And there is Rintaro's rather lame attempt at sarcasm.
いりません。
And Kurisu just ignores him completely, as she should.
そもそもあのバナナマユシのじゃん。
And Daru once again points out the fact that the bananas actually belong to Mayuri, since they are her food purchased by her money.
遠慮することはない。俺が恵んでやると言っているのだ。
I think that Mayuri would actually be upset at the waste of her bananas once again.
変態のバナナなんて誰が食べるもんですか。
And I believe that at this moment, Kurisu is about to trip into a minefield. Because remember what happened with Mayuri. Kurisu, prepare thyself. You have been warned.
変態のバナナを食べる。ぐずぐず。指くわえる。まずと顔をしかめる。
And it appears that we have lost Rintaro Hashida.
マキセ氏、今のもう一度お願いできる？できれば悔しそうな顔でよろ。
はい。
I hate to break it to you, Kurisu, but I believe this has been brought on by your unwitting uncomment.
ほら、変態のバナナなんて誰が食べるもんかって。できればその後で、ああ、でも、もう付け加えてくれるとなおグッド。
I believe the words ignorance is bliss would apply in this situation. Unfortunately for Kurisu, it is far too late for ignorance. Suddenly her face turns bright red.
だるよ。お前はどうしようもないクズだし、最低の変態だが、今回ばかりはよくやったと言っておこう。
Yamcha, for the love of God, don't thank him. Now to follow up her maximum combo. I didn't know this was Mortal Kombat. It showed this conceited little girl how true adults fight. First of all, you and Ataru are both 18, and second of all, you are not fighting in the way of true adults, and the way that they should fight.
お前は今何を想像したのだ？ぜひ教えてほしいものだな。
And apparently Rintaro continues to keep digging the hole that he's standing in.
さあ言え、天才少女、天才がどんな妄想をしたのか、ご考説願おうではないか。
And Rintaro is enjoying himself far too much in this situation. And for some reason, Kurisu is now displaying various anime tsundere tendencies. For some reason. She turns her back to us with perked shoulders. Looks like she's capable of expressing human emotion after all. That's because she's upset with you, Rintaro. That rules out robotic killing machine. As I said, not a Terminator. And apparently Rintaro is basking in his own euphoria. Way to sing Daru's praises after criticizing him not 5 minutes ago there, Rintaro.
あんたたち、二人とも変態だったのね。
いや。
And Ataru doesn't even bother to deny it.
お前に言われたくはない。
Wonder who he's talking to.
Okay.
Kurisu or
生
Daru
意
in
気な
that
振る舞いについて
context.
は謝ります。
And I actually don't see why Kurisu actually does have to apologize in this case. Kurisu sighs deeply and turns back to us, hoping to get the matter back at hand. Her composure has already returned.
その原因があなた方のセクハラ行為にあったとしても、今は不問にする。
I wish she would stop saying for now. It's like she's gonna call the cops later. Well, we're not exactly giving her any incentive not to do that.
詳しく教えてください。このバナナのことと、それとそっちの。
And she's returning us to the topic of the mysterious banana and the Phonewave TBA. Kurisu glances at the Phonewave TBA.
電子レンジのこと。
トップシークレットだ。あえて部外者のお前に一つだけ教えてやれるとするならば、こいつの名前は電話レンジカッコ仮だということぐらいだ。
Looks like Kurisu is put two and two together and worked out that Phonewave is responsible for the banana.
カッコ仮？何それ？
そのままの意味だ。名前はまだ仮なのだ。
Yep, that's the reason for the TBA, is so that they can actually find a better name for the Phonewave.
名前なんてどうでもいい。
And Kurisu couldn't care less,
だが
understandably.
名前以外は教えることはできないぞ。
And Rintaro is trying to one-up Kurisu with the need-to-know basis. However,
でもさオカリン、マキセ氏ならこのヘンテコ機能について解明してくれるかもよ。
Daru calmly explains once again the reason why he invited Kurisu here in the first place.
それは。
Well, we are in a bit of a pickle. We don't really understand just how the Phonewave does what it does. And she is a genius scientist. That's probably setting the bar low there, concerning your sharp wit. We can trust her intellect at least, but it's hard to stomach her attitude. Fortunately, we are distracted in the form of an email from Mayuri. I remember you used to go shouting around shouting burn and stuff. Why do boys want fire powers? I think flower powers or plushy powers would be cuter, don't you? We can't reply to this email, but I was always more interested in ice or fire power or lightning powers myself, instead of fire. Plus she has danger written on her face. No, that's just an annoyance. That's just annoyance. Not to mention she's a little scary too. Then I get a great idea.
ニヤニヤしちゃって。また何か変態チックなこと考えてる？
And Kurisu doesn't like where this is going one bit. Not that I blame her.
クリスティーナと言ったか、貴様。
And lo and behold, Rintaro bestows an even more infamous moniker upon Kurisu, the name of Kuristina.
誰がクリスティーナだ？一言も言っとらんわ。
Kuristina sounds like the name of a Hollywood film star. It definitely has more flavor than her real name.
このレンジの秘密を教えてほしければ、俺と取引してもらおうか。
And Rintaro is laying out his own terms in exchange for Kurisu's silence, most likely.
まず一つ、貴様にはラボメンとなってもらう。
So he's actually inviting her to be a member of the Future Gadget Laboratory in the most ridiculous way possible.
ラーメン？
ラボメンだバカ者。ラボラトリーメンバー。
Probably should have explained that first.
研究所のメンバーに迎えてくれるっていうこと？でも私、8月中にアメリカに帰る予定なんですけど。
August is not that far away.
他者に秘密を漏らさないという誓約書を書いてもらうさ。もし破ったら、 貴様がむっつりスケベの変態だとサイエンス誌に告発する。
I believe that can actually backfire you on there. I believe she can actually do the same to you, Rintaro. But Kurisu seems to be at a loss for words.
鬼畜だなオカリン。そのサイエンス発売されたら5冊買う。
I believe in the Funimation dub, Daru actually says that if Rintaro fails at being a scientist, he would actually excel at being a lawyer. And he is shrewd when he wants to be.
帰国するまでゲストとしてその頭脳を我がラボのために役立ててもらって結構だ。
Fair enough.
偉そうに。詳しく契約書を見せて。
I don't believe it exists in physical reality.
そんなものはない。ここはサークルであって会社ではないのだ。
知識を提供するだけなら OK です。ただし他に変態的なオプション契約があるなら答えはノーよ。
So basically it's an informal verbal
取って食っ
contract.
たりしないから安心しろ。
I don't believe that's helping.
セクハラはする気？
しないっつの。
さっきあなたまず一つって言いましたよね。二つ目があるんでしょ？
And
それが変
Kurisu
態
is
的要求の可能性が。
rather suspicious about the second condition.
二つ目の条件はこの俺が貴様に対して行ったセクハラ一歩手前の行為について全て不問にすることだ。
That also does not inspire confidence. Though it would actually be rather detrimental to the Future Gadget Laboratory if the police were to confiscate all this stuff.
オカリンちっちゃい。人としての器がちっちゃいっす。そこにしびれる憧れる。
And Daru follows suit with some sort of anime reference.
ダルに言われたくない。ちなみにダルのセクハラ行為はこの件に含まれない。そっちは二人で話し合え。
And Rintaro automatically proceeds to throw Daru under the bus.
なんだとこら、ふざけるな。
Much to his
こちらから
annoyance.
の要求は以上だ。この2点を飲めないのなら今すぐお引き取り願おう。
Well, the second term might not be entirely reasonable to Kurisu here, but in hindsight, it could be worse.
さあどうする？悪くない取引だと思うがな。
Deal or no deal?
あんたにとってで
That
しょ。
is the question. Kurisu puts her fingers to her brow and shakes her head in an exaggerated gesture.
まったくノルアドレナリンが過剰分泌されてる気分よ。開いた口が塞がらないわ。
I believe Rintaro does tend to have that effect on
貴
people.
様が顎関節症になろうとしたことではない。要求を飲むか飲まないか。さあ答えろクリスティーナ。
だからティーナってつけるな。私はクリス。
I believe it's too late for that. Kurisu looks up at the ceiling to calm herself down. Does everyone in America make such exaggerated gestures? And Rintaro once again brings up more stereotypes. Hooray.
オーケー。取引する。
And Kurisu now accepts Rintaro's terms of agreement.
いい返事だ。今この瞬間君はラボ面ナンバー004となった。歓迎しようクリスティーナ。いやザ・ゾンビよ。
So now Kurisu is now the fourth member of the Future Gadget Laboratory, and he doesn't hesitate to use both of her unfortunate monikers in the same
ど
sentence.
っちも間違って
It's only
る
going
か
to
ら。
piss her off even
ちゃんと呼
more.
べ。ホーイン。
And we have a Mexican standoff, a battle of wills. We spend a minute staring each other down. Kurisu is the first to look away. She does so in a way that says good grief.
子供ですね。
Yet another astute observation,
何か
worthy
言
of
ったか
Makise Kurisu.
天才変態少女。
ああ、もう以後変態禁止。私もあんたのこと変態扱いしないから、もう許して。
分かればいいのだ。では本題に入ろう。ダリオ、クリスティーナに。
ティーナも禁止。
Yep, she's still not buying it.
クリス君にこれまでに我々が行った実験について説明してやりたまえ。
Now that we've gotten awkward introductions out of the way, we can now continue. But thou must. In the end, I'm the one who has to explain. Along the way, I also relate the tale of my heroic deeds, which enrages Kurisu, of course, but I finally tell her everything about the bananas and the Phonewave DBA. And I believe that now that we've got that pile of awkwardness out of the way, it's time to end the episode. And when we return, adventurers, we shall see what Kurisu has to say about the Phonewave TBA experiments. As always, until next we meet.